Hey guys, welcome to the channel. As you can see by the title, why Goldman Sachs didn't choose the men in black. No, I don't mean the movie. I'm referring to the brothers in our community. This is not a diss video, so if that's what you're looking for, yeah, not here for it. So basically, want to go ahead and just discuss briefly who Goldman Sachs is. I'm sure everybody knows. But Goldman Sachs was founded in 1869. They're in New York City, and of course, they are all about the money. They engage in investment management, securities, asset management, prime brokerage, and securities underwriting. Again, Goldman Sachs has been in operation since 1869. In 2021, they're still here, still on top, and doing an awesome thing, investing in the black community via African American women. As you can see here, this is per their website, The Opportunity. They are investing in the breadwinners, essential workers, caregivers, mothers, and entrepreneurs. And it states, the first sentence, which I absolutely love, black women are foundational to their families, communities, and the U.S. economy. Say it again for the ones in the back. They are foundational to the families, communities, and the U.S. economy. Now, on my take, there's been a lot of talk about, they're dissing their brothers causing a divide. This is not causing a divide. This here is intended to decrease the wealth divide. Goldman Sachs has done their research, okay? They have a whole board dedicated to this, and they have decided that black women are going to be the individuals that they're going to invest in. Again, it's Goldman Sachs. They are about that paper. This is about a ROI. They want a return on the investment. No harm to the black men. And speaking collectively, you have to really be disingenuous. You have to have your head up under a rock if you do not think that they have considered, okay, should we invest in black women or in black men? They chose black women. It's a no-brainer. Now, this is not going to apply to every black man in the community, but let's be real. They want a return on the investment. This money here is not to be tricking off, as some people may think they would do. It's not going to be, they didn't pretty much choose black men because, I'm sorry, they're probably seeing black men for what it is in our community in general, the collective. For every decent black man that's working hard, that's family-oriented, trying to build, my opinion, man, you probably got 10, 20,000 that's doing the exact opposite. They're not going to invest in the so-called educated lame or the Pookie and Ray Ray. They want a return on the investment. They're not trying to hear about the money being shut up. Oh, I got that Goldman Sachs money. I'm here at the club tricking off. No. They want the money to generate more money, and that's what an investment is all about. And black women have chosen to be that's the vehicle for it. Here's the thing about it. A lot of times our people think that how we operate, how we do, nobody knows. Newsflash, we're in America. Everybody knows everybody's business. We have an idea how Goldman Sachs operates. They know how we operate in the suburbs, in the hood. Again, everybody knows everybody's business. And the sad thing, our culture, it's out there. There are no secrets. We have 72% of black children raised in single parents' home. Anybody with half a brain knows this is not how you build generational wealth. This is how you build and pass on generational poverty. So if a lot of the men in the community, they are the leaders of that, or the cause of that, that would not be a wise investment. And the sad thing is, for the black man, that's the opposite of that. Man, he's so far and in between. I mean, he's just so outnumbered. That guy, a lot of times, he's overlooked because he's lumped into the collective. So Goldman Sachs made this decision, and it is the best decision. The good thing is it's going to create jobs, because why? When black women succeed, they create jobs. They can hire other black women. Black women do not have... they really don't have a history of creating wealth for other communities. They create it for their own, okay? Black men, on the other hand, they have a history. They've shown us that when they get wealth, it's normally passed down through a different entity than their own. They are more likely to marry a non-black woman than women. Men seem to die faster than women. The man dies, hence Kobe Bryant, and then all that wealth that he has generated goes into an entire different community. That is not the way you close the wealth gap. It's just not. So Goldman Sachs, they're not trying to get the money so they can go ahead and invest in the Latino community. I'm sure they may have a program for them. But speaking specifically to this program, they're trying to close the gap. They're investing in black women. Okay? So they know in order for this to work, to close the gap, to, more jobs, more businesses, they know that black women are going to be that dedicated, hard-working target that you need. Black women now, and hats off to you, you're carrying the community on your back. And for single black women that are making it happen, single parents, I'm not a single parent, so I can only imagine that has to be one of the hardest jobs in America because you're handling everything on your own. If you can handle that, my gosh, you can pretty much handle anything. And I think Goldman Sachs definitely sees that. Okay? So again, Goldman Sachs, they're all about that money. They're not about tricking off the money. I mean, you think about it. You look at the infighting that we have on YouTube between the black men and the black women. You look at that, and it is utterly embarrassing. In this group, we can't even afford to have a disagreement. Everybody wants to be on groupthink. Okay, all the black women are ratchet. Listen to some of these African American YouTubers. The black women are ratchet, weave, wear. Well, guess what? That's your depiction, and maybe that's because of the women that you know. But Goldman Sachs, they see way beyond that. They see way beyond that. So you want to holler about the wig or the weave wearers and baby mamas. The fact of the matter is, the biggest catalyst, the most harmful catalyst in that category is not the weave wearer. It's the baby mama. And the worst thing about it, more than likely the black men made her the baby mama. Okay? That's on a choo-choo train to poverty. So out of all the disparaging remarks, you have to stop and think. They put together a panel to realize, okay, if we want to close the wealth gap, how do we do it? And they chose the women. And I know that's causing a lot of causing a lot of friction there. But let's be realistic. Black women are holding it down. For black men, it's not a time to hate. I think it's a time to go ahead and step it up a notch. Maybe if we could have less baby mothers and have more families and have more businesses and have less friction, okay? Maybe have more positive doing in the community. Someone's bound to come up with a program for you too. And as I've been told that, hey, they have a program for black men, I will check into it. I'm not familiar with it. I only heard about this recent announcement, which makes me very proud. So this here, why they didn't choose the men in black, look at our communities. The ones running around here, these youngsters just shooting and killing and, popping and copping, just stealing stuff. Look at the destroyers in the community. And I'm not saying that, black women are 100% not involved because after all, we're the ones who bear the children, but men are looked at in a leadership role. And when you have a lot of men who abandon their families, Goldman Sachs, you got all kind of people working there, okay? But you know what? They understand family. They understand generational wealth. And when you have men that are abandoning their families at an alarming rate, leaving everything on the mother, that is just not a good look. So if you abandon your family, they may say this, hey, you may abandon a project. You're not going to hold stead because, again, family, that should be your everything. So you wonder why Goldman Sachs didn't choose the men in black? We can all have our opinions. I would just say, look in the community. Look in our communities, and what do you see? What do you see? Black women are pretty much on their own, and they're strong, and it's evident in the everyday living. I mean, they're starting up so many businesses. It is unbelievable. And they're on their own. There's no support. A lot of times there's no support from black men. And it is what it is. Either you make it or you don't. Okay? So Goldman Sachs making the decision to not choose the men in black, man, it's no big, we don't need a rocket scientist to figure it out. All you have to do is just look in the black community and look at the dysfunction. And whether we like it or not, men in other cultures are in a leadership role. That's how they view black men. It's not having that leadership. the family is out of whack. The community is out of whack. And it may not be fair to most black men, but guess what? They're looking at you. You're the one responsible. You're supposed to be the head. So why Goldman Sachs didn't choose the men in black for this adventure, it speaks volumes. The question is, what are you, black men, going to do about it? Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Agree to disagree. But I think this here is a major, major wake-up call. We really think people, how we operate, how we get down. They don't know. This is America. Again, everybody knows everybody's business. And they've done research. And the research has chosen that, guess what? If they want to close this gap for the wealth gap, they've chosen black women. It speaks volumes. I'm out. Have a good day, everybody. And thanks for listening. Take care.